Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, The Stitchy Wife. I'm Elizabeth, and tonight we're finally talking about hashtag SoFrugal22. I've been waiting. Hi everyone, very welcome if you're coming here because you are looking for the hashtag SoFrugal22. And just as welcome if you've been here before and continue to support me. It means so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would be so happy if you would click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and that way you will be notified whenever I post a video and all the fun things that are going to happen here this spring. First of all, let me tell you what I'm wearing tonight. This is a mashup, a mashup between two of my absolute favorite patterns. It is a mashup between the sweater dress from Nina Lee, the South Bank sweater dress, a very well-known pattern, and maybe a not so well-known pattern, the Made It Hug hoodie. It's becoming much more noticeable now in the YouTube community and on Instagram, and I'm so happy for it that it gotten the attention it deserves, because it is an amazing hoodie. And I couldn't decide actually what I was going to do with this fabric. I got this fabric from Beyond the Pink Door from Andrea. It is the Cozy Colors in berry, color berry. And I had just enough to make a sweater dress, and I have lived in sweater dresses and in loungewear this last 20 years, we can say. And I decided, finally, since I couldn't decide, I decided why not mash them up. I hadn't thought about it before, but I really like it, and this is definitely going to be my go-to dress from now on. I've used the Nina Lee dress or the South Bank sweater dress for almost everything but the hem of the hug hoodie. That is the main feature of that hoodie. I'm actually in the middle of filming a tutorial of a hug hoodie, because I know there is a lot of people out there wanting to make it but think it is complicated, and it is definitely not. So I wanted to give you a chance to see that, and I definitely recommend this pattern if you haven't realized it yet. Back to SoFrugal22. I've been waiting, and I have had so much fun searching for patterns, and I thought it was going to be hard. It definitely was. The hardest part was to decide what to show you tonight, because I have so many patterns and so many thoughts and so many so many versions of the free patterns. I never imagined there were so many out there. First of all, I want to thank Sam from Frugalissima and Roanne from the Yorkshire Sew Girl for creating this amazing challenge, and for all the incredible work you put into it. We don't see half of it, and I could just imagine how much it is. I know from just filming this one video that it must be so much work. Thank you for that, because it is one of the best challenges over the year. Absolutely. Today I am doing this inspiration videos together with Karen from So Little Time. She is also putting out a video today. Yesterday it was Rachel from Stitch Up and Christine from Christine Sews Lot. And tomorrow there will be 2 more inspiration videos, and this time it is from the Dahlia Society and the Wandering Bobbin. All of these accounts is people that I have followed and looked up to when I started my YouTube channel. So it feels quite amazing to be in the middle of this and sharing the videos with all of you. So please don't forget to look at these too. But I guess you have heard all the rules before. There have been many bloggers before me, so I will actually link you to the video that Ryan and Sam did, live Q&A about this challenge, if you have any questions. It is a great fun video, and you get to see their personalities, and you get to see a lot about the competition challenge, not the competition. but please look at that if you haven't already. Now let's dive into what patterns I've decided to share with you tonight, and why and how, and my thoughts. First of all, I thought about doing some kind of module plan around this. I watch Tomcat Stitchery and Whitney a lot, and she is a big inspiration to me, and those of you that have been here before know that. And she talks a lot about module thinking, and it isn't her idea from the beginning, but I've only heard it from her, so I will refer back to her all the time. And the thought about that is you have one topper, and you have two bottoms, and you have three tops, and you can combine all six, bit tired, and all 6 items, and you get a lot of variations. So that was my main thoughts. Then I wanted to see what the trends were this spring, and I thought I could integrate that. And all of a sudden I ended up on the Boden website, and that is also something that Whitney have done a lot. So I've actually stolen this idea straight off from you, Whitney, and you have already done your inspo for the So Frugal, so I'm hoping I'm not stealing anything that you thought of, but the idea is all yours. I have taken a lot of inspiration from you, so if you're seeing this, thank you. But my plan for tonight is to show you 6 outfit or 6 patterns, that I found at Boden's, and I think we can recreate that with sewing patterns. That is my main thing. So I think we should start, because I'm fearing this might be a long video anyway, and I think that I have inspiration, and I have patterns, and I have looks from the Boden site that I could make at least 3 or 4 more videos. And if I have the time in between my sewing this month, I will try and do one more at least, because I've decided to dedicate this month, the month of March, to sew free patterns only, and sew from my stash. I have a little exclamation marks there, because I'm on my way to sewing my perfect jacket, and it is almost finished. And those of you that have been with me before knows how much I wanted this and how much I long for this, and so that is going to happen this month too. Otherwise it's all going to be free pattern. Back to what I'm going to share with you. I am a big blabbermouth, as my dad used to call me, but in Swedish, and you get used to that if you stay with me. I'm sorry, but I love having this community and this interaction with you. So please bear with me. Let's start off with the first pattern and the first topper. I looked a lot at the trends for the spring, and I looked a lot at the website of Boden, and I thought what could be useful for me to have in my wardrobe. I don't know if I said so, I don't think so, but last year I lost a lot of weight due to very bad health issues, and I lost about 7 stones, so it is a lot. So I had to redo all my wardrobe. So that is why I'm on the quest for all the patterns I can find, and it is almost overwhelming. So I am trying to figure out how to dress and what to wear. And what I said before, I've been living in loungewear. I have been living in loungewear, but I want to change that. But I still want to have cozy clothes, because I know I choose that over anything else all the time. So I thought the only real outwear or topper, more or less, that worked for me, looking at the Boden site, that was a little bit more dressed up and a little bit more fun actually to sew, was some kind of blazer. And oversized blazer is still all over the place, everywhere. And when I searched blazer on the website, the first thing I found was this. I will insert a picture over me here. And as you can see, I thought it was a fun twist on this blazer. It is oversized, it is in either striped or in gingham. I think that Ran, the Yorkshire sew girl, is on her way to sewing a oversized blazer in pink gingham, and you are so in the spring, Ran. You couldn't be more right. I don't have the guts, however, to sew it in gingham, I'm afraid. But I thought about linen, and I thought I can do the fringe detail instead as a little extra. So coming back to me, I will show you now the pattern I've chosen. And the pattern, there is a few blazer pattern free out there actually. There are a few on the in German, and they aren't too difficult to understand. But I thought that making a blazer is quite a big undertaking, so it would be a lot easier to do it in English, using an English pattern. So therefore I got over to the fabric store website, and they of course had a pattern for me, and I will put it in picture now. And it is the Mariana notched collar jacket, as they call it. I thought this was almost identical with the blazer on Boden. The only thing that differs were they have a pocket flap on the Boden one where you have the fringe detailing too, so that I will add. They have a waist dart that I will not add. I don't think I need it. I think should I have an oversized blazer, then it should be an oversized blazer. And I'm probably not going to do it in a cotton canvas as they have it there. I will show you my options now. Here we have them. I have either a linen from IKEA actually. I don't know if you have shopped a lot of fabric on IKEA, but they have a great linen. It is unfortunately only in this grey version. It is the only color they have this soft linen in. They have thicker linen in other colors, but this linen type is the only color. Or I have this cotton almost canvasy type. This I got at Lidl, I think. And it is thick cotton, very good quality, but I don't think I'm that brave, to be honest. This grey isn't the best color for me either, but I'm actually thinking about using this linen for more in my capsule, and I will dye it. I will dye it to be my color in some kind of blue. You will see the pattern, no, not the pattern, you will see I have a line of blue in my thoughts for this capsule. But I think I will dye this in some kind of denim, or yeah, some kind of blue that will work with the other, because I think this is too light as is. I also have, hang on, these two. I don't have enough of this, I think. Otherwise, that is the color I'm thinking about. And I also have this green one in the same fabric, but I don't think this will, it's khaki green, and it won't work with my blue theme, and I don't know how this is to dye. Otherwise, this is even softer than the IKEA one, so that would be great to use. I might try it in this and see how it works, but on the other hand, yeah, it's a bit sad if it doesn't, so I don't know how I'm going to do about that. But it was actually 4 different fabrics here, but I will come back to these and use in a little more. I forgot to tell you that the Mariana is in sizes 0 to 30, and in the fabric stores measurements, that means, sorry if you hear a bit of rustling here, I have a paper, I couldn't remember everything otherwise. They have a size 0 to 30, and their bust is 33 inches to 56 inches. Hip is 35 inches to 58 inches. So quite a good size range there, I think. Next up is 2 bottoms, and my 2 bottoms for this module will be skirts. 2 maxi skirts actually, because maxi skirts are all over the place. Maxis and minis. Minis is okay for me in the winter time. I know that might sound strange, but I like it with thick tights. I think I can pull it off. But in the summertime, it feels like I'm revealing a bit too much, and I'm not comfortable doing that. Simply, I am really, what do you call it? I'm really impressed with the people who does, but I'm not there yet. I'm still getting out of my loungewear, so to speak. But my skirt for this time, the ones I found on board, I found several actually, but I found one jersey and one linen. So I thought I would show you the linen version first. That were a bit of Swedish in there. And here we have it. It is a black, I think it is in khaki green too. But it is a simple maxi skirt. It says midi here, but you see on the model that it's definitely maxi. So I don't know what they mean with that. And it is elasticated in the waist. That is something that I want to change in mine, because I don't like the bulk it creates around my midriff, and I don't like the feeling. I feel like it's, I feel stuffed, if you get what I mean. That sounds like a tricky, but I didn't mean it like that, but I hope you get the feeling. So I wanted to look for a pattern that had a flat front and had an elasticated back, because that means that the tummy can fluctuate as much as it wants, and I can be comfortable, but I'm still looking a bit sleeker, if you know what I mean. The obvious one to recreate this black skirt otherwise is, of course, the Peppermint Magazine's big pocket skirt, as a few other YouTubers already have talked about, but I will link it down below anyway, if anyone wants to do this with the elastic all the way. But the one I found is from So Daily, it's called. I think it is a digital magazine, that is how I have interpreted their site. And they have a podcast and they have a lot of free patterns, so it's definitely worth to check their site and see what you think about it, and if you find anything else, because I found a lot of patterns there that was really interesting and great size range. And this one is actually a sew along until the I've written it down in the description, sometimes in May, so make sure to download the pattern before May. This is flat fronted and it is a button placket actually, and it is a bit on the side, so I thought it was a twist on the skirt from Boden, but I saw a lot of button plackets on Boden, the skirts on Boden anyway, so I know that it is quite right in time anyway, and it's different things of the same thing, if you know what I mean, and a little bit of twist. It's not just a simple black linen skirt. I really like this pattern, and the only thing you will have to do is lengthen it, because this is made for a knee-length skirt, so you have to lengthen it, but this is definitely something I'm going to try. And I'm going to use the same fabric as before, one of those. This one, or this one, or the grey from IKEA. It is probably going to be this grey from IKEA, since I have so much. I have over 10 meters of it. I was supposed to sew curtains at home for this, but I thought, why not use it? I haven't sewn the curtains yet, so I thought, no, let's use it now, because I like the linen and I want to sew things in linen to have this spring and summer, because that makes me feel a bit more dressed up than just using loungewear, and it's still very soft and wonderful and breathable. I forgot to tell you the size measurement. They have finished measurements on this, because I guess it is so big, and you have the elasticity in the back, and you have you can, since it is a button placket, you can choose somewhat where you put it, but it is a size 0 to 34, so it's a big size range. it says here finished measurements is 32 inch in the waist to 57.5 inch waist, and 51.5 inch hips to 77.25 inch of hip. But I also guess it depends on how much drape you want in the back and how much you close up the fabric in the, what do you don't say it like that. I really hope you understand me. How tight you put the elastic. Do you get what I mean? I hope you get. But it is an interesting skirt, and it was a different free pattern, I thought, and not one that I've heard anyone else talk about. So I really liked it, and I will definitely make that one. I'm hoping to make the blazer. I'm hoping to make all of these, but I know that things can happen, unfortunately. Simple as that. And here we have the pictures from Boden. What I find interesting with this is the waistband. It is a double it's blank. Next one, we have the second skirt from Boden, and it is simply a pull-on jersey skirt, as they call it. And here you see it. There are different colors, and there are a lot of jersey fabrics on the Boden site, I realized this spring, and that is amazing. So that is definitely more I will recreate from that. There are shirts in jersey, there are all the things in jersey, and I really loved the look of that. But what really caught my eye on this was the elastic in the waist and the waistband here. It is double elastic, and that is something that really caught my eye and something that I want to try. To be completely honest, you don't need a pattern for this. You can do it yourself, you can draft it yourself, you can hold the jersey fabric up and see how much you will pull it together with the elastic, and then you simply cut. I probably will do that, but if you want a pattern, I found one, and I wanted to make you aware of another site with patterns that is very affordable patterns and greatly drafted, because I've tried many of them, and easy to understand, and that is the German site pattydo.de, but she actually has English too. However, this free pattern isn't in English, but I thought, since it is so simple, it is, the only thing is that it's good to have a pattern piece. I will insert pictures here, and as you see here too, is you need to lengthen it. But there is one pattern that I found from Made for Mermaids that are long, but it doesn't have that same waist opportunity that where you can put 2 elastic bands in, and that was what I thought was special about this skirt, so I will definitely do that. But I can link the other one in below too, so you have, if you want to. It is another type of jersey skirt, but this I really like because of the waistband and the possibilities there. I have never thought about really to do two elastics in the waistband, and I think if you have a thinner jersey, and I think it should be a thinner jersey for this, what I'm thinking about is either this, a simple blue, this is a bamboo jersey, I think that would be great, or yet again I have a lot of white bamboo jersey that I could color in the color I want. I can dye, I mean, I used the wrong word there. In Swedish we call it coloring, but I know you don't. So here is 2 different jerseys, and if I use this, I will definitely use the one I'm as is, and if not, I will use all this white, I have much more, and dye it. So there was, and this pattydo jersey, it is not that in size inclusive, I must say. It is size 32 to 48 in German sizes, and that means hip 88 to 120 centimeters. I will write down here the inches so you know that. But as I said, I think it is very easy to change that kind of pattern or draft it yourself. I will definitely do one of these skirts, because I think they sound lovely, and I could probably have them not now but soon. As soon as it warms up a little bit more, you can use this, because it is a maxi skirt, and yeah, it's lovely to have. And I'm really looking forward to maxis being so popular again, and I think it is. I've forgotten about them, to be completely truth. I'm so, what do you call it? I get so affected with everything around me, so I don't think about other things when I sew. And I use the modern pattern. I don't use what's not in at the moment, but it isn't because I want to be in. It's mainly because what is modern is often more available, and that is it. So I haven't thought about maxis for a long time, but that is definitely something I'm going to make this year. Maxi dresses and maxi skirt, and this kind is going to be very exciting with the elastic version. Here. Let's go over to my 3 tops. We're getting there. I hope you have something good to drink, because I'm starting to get thirsty and I almost wish I had something here. Let's start off with this that I saw together with the blazer on Boden site, and it is simply a straight t-shirt, and the only thing is that it is cuffed. It's what do you say? No, not cuffed. Turn up cuff is what they call it. And I've actually found a pattern from, I think she's called Alicia from Thoughtful Creativity. She has a lot of free patterns too, and a great YouTube channel. I watch her a lot. We'll link her down below too, and this tutorial especially, where she used this version to turn up the cuff on to replicate a ready-to-wear t-shirt, and that is something that makes the t-shirt up a notch, take a notch further, if you get what I mean. I'm starting to stumble because I'm getting a bit tired. I'm sorry, please bear with me. I really like the look of this t-shirt, and there were a lot of just plain t-shirts with fun prints on them, and I will definitely see if I can make something of some kind of vinyl, or some kind of you know what, stenciling or something, because it was a lot of those on the Boden side, and this kind of cuff were very popular. Otherwise it's just a straight t-shirt, and there were pictures using these t-shirts both with pants and with the skirts I've talked about, and definitely with the blazer. So I'll try and insert the picture of the blazer and this shirt here, the shirt here too, the t-shirt. The pattern I thought about there was, as you know, basic t-shirt patterns are all over the place. That is the most common free pattern, I think. But the one I chose is Rebecca Page, Toronto tee. I haven't done it before, but I think it looks like one that would suit me and would work, and I've done quite a few of Rebecca Page's other patterns and I really like them. So that is definitely something I would like to try. I will insert a picture of that one here. And it is, Rebecca Page has a size range of XX small to 5XL, so it's quite a good size range too, where the chest is 31 inches to 54 inches and the hips is 34 inches to 57 inches. A simple t-shirt. The other top I was thinking about is this one from Boden, and this is also all over the place. There are stripes in every color, in every way, in all over the place again. And I know that to be called a Breton, you're supposed to have a certain distance and a certain, I think it is a certain stripe and a certain color. I think that Judy from Running So and So, she's called, here on YouTube, is talking about that. I haven't found the video, but if you're looking at this, Judy, please write down the comments. I think you have done a video about this, haven't you? Or you talked about it. That I know, because I've seen something about it in your videos. And it was really interesting, but my memory isn't with me, so unfortunately I can't tell it as correctly as I should, so therefore I don't say it at all, and I refer back to you. Sorry for that. I could link her channel that is no problem. I'll link her channel below, and you can search it there. But what I saw was this shirt, for example, on Boden, and it is called a dropped shoulder Breton top. And the first thing I thought about there was the Edge to Stitch Uvita top. It is, unfortunately, she hasn't increased the size range there, so it's only between 0 to 20. And I also saw another version of striped t-shirts that I really like the thought of, and I don't know which one I'm going to do actually on this. And that is using the same pattern, Uvita pattern, and you're doing, look, if you look at this on Boden site, it is called a blouson linen top. They are doing it in jersey linen, and I have some of that fabric, but I can't find it now, so I can't show you. Otherwise, I thought, why not do it in probably I would do it in a bamboo jersey or something with quite a bit of drape, because I don't think the cotton jersey would work if you look at the blouson sleeves. But as I can see, it is only a bishop sleeve attached to a dropped sleeved t-shirt, and that is definitely not a problem to make or draft yourself. And I've also seen a lot of, I couldn't find it now, but I've seen a lot of dropped shoulders where you actually add ruching where the dropped shoulder is ending and the sleeve is beginning. So I thought, why not just draw a square and try that? That way you get both the bishop sleeves and the ruching here. I will try that and see how it works. What I'm thinking of using for this is either this, I am not quite sure that I am this. I think this is, you need to be brave to be me and wear this. I know it is so silly because it is an amazing fabric. It has this colored lines, if you see. But I know that I probably would wear a straight striped some kind of jersey fabric, more something like this. But I don't know, what do you think? I still think that this would work with the blue capsule actually, and it would definitely give it a bit of pop. But you let me know what you think, and I will try and go with that, and I will try and be that brave if you tell me to do the coral one. This is coral neon almost. Now we're at the last top, and that is a sleeveless ruffle top that Boden had put in very many places in on their website. They used it a lot, and they used it to the skirts, the linen skirt, the jersey skirt, a lot of high-waisted trousers, a lot of shorts, a lot of denim jeans, a lot of white jeans, yeah, everywhere. And it were in a lot, I think it at least in 4 colors of linen. And I thought I would use some of the linen I showed you before, but I don't still know which, because I want to see how the skirt turned out first. But some of that. But I would do, it was a bit of trouble finding the exact match for a pattern, even though I think it is probably the easiest one of the tops to draft yourself, because it is a tank top and with a ruffle, or with 2 ruffles actually. But I looked back at, since I wanted it in linen, I looked back at the fabric store that there are so many linen patterns that is so beautiful, and I want to try a lot of them, and I will try more of them, I promise you, and I will share them with you here. But the one I found that were most likely easy to just scoop out, I think, both in front and in back, is the feeble linen tank pattern, and I show it here. And as I said before, the size range there is 0 to 30, and it is a bust 33 inch to 56 inch, a hip 35 inch to 58 inch. And I think just scoop out and measure the scoop both front and back, and maybe add, I wouldn't add more than half an extra of fabric, because I don't want that much ruffle, because the linen is still quite stiff. So I would try half, and I would even make it less, but I would start off with half and see where it takes me. This is my 6 patterns, and there were some more I shown you, I know, and I will add links to all of the things I can think about that I've talked about in this video, and I hope you will stay with me and see how it goes, because I'm so excited about this month and how much I can make and how much I can create using free patterns, because as I said, it's been a rabbit hole. I couldn't stop looking, and I love the thought of recreating ready-to-wear looks, and that is also something that I definitely will continue. I love these kind of videos myself, and I hope I've done them some kind of justice, because this was my first one. So please be kind, and it has been a very long video, so if you're still here, thank you very much. And I just want to wish you all a wonderful spring, a wonderful sewing time and a sewing challenge, and I would love it if you would come back and to see where all this takes us and what is happening. We have a wonderful community here. Don't forget to look at Karen So Little Time today with another inspiration video, and tomorrow the Dahlia Society and the Wandering Bobbin. I will link the list of, I think it is Frugalissima, Sam, that have made a playlist of all our inspiration videos so far. I will link that one too. Please look at all the others and have a wonderful time getting inspired by so much fun and exciting videos. That is all I can say. Take care.